been so many gunshots for so many years that some people in Shreveport are becoming numb to the violence.
But the violence bears a burden we all are paying. We examine
from paganism. The brothers that stayed out in that, that's all we talk about.
You see the prophets out here with the gospel, you think that we playing or something, You see the army and yeah, we the sons of God and we stand for something. Israel, first to have power with God and man prevail. You know the Israel, the flex on them. Jesus ain't mad cause I know why they raging. They know the most high God. So step on them, step on them, step on them, step on them. Step on them, yeah, step on them, yeah, step on them, 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 yeah, step on them, yeah, step on them, yeah, step on them, yeah, step on them, 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 step on his arms, step on his legs, step on his chest, step on his head. Let me just beat him in back of the head and remind about all of the things that he did.
Hey, what your name is, man? Keyshawn. How old are you, man? 21. What about you, bro? Rico. 24. What about you, sis? 30. Okay. So y'all fairly young people, right? Understand? So my thing is this. You see the community that we live in, right? What, y'all stay on this side of town? Or?
I'm not from here. I'm from Texas.
You from Texas? So I want to ask you this. In Texas, what would be where black people majority live at? What they call where we stay at? What you say? The hood, right? He read Deuteronomy 28:16? Watch this, I'm gonna show you something. She said the ghetto, right? Do you know that I got an old dictionary, matter of fact. When I look up the definition of ghetto in this old dictionary that I have, it said the place where the Jews always resort. The Jews. When you think of Jewish people, what they look like? When you see them on TV, if you Google, they look like white people, right? Do they live in the ghetto? Ghetto, you just said it. Us, right? So that, just by definition, that means that we are the Jews. But I'm going to prove it to you. Read what you got, Deuteronomy 28:16.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed shall we be what?
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed shall we be in the city. I want you to think of any city that you've ever been to in the United States. They have a street called Martin Luther King Street, MLK. Is it the good side of town where MLK Street at? What you say? You say no? It's always the bad side of town, right? Because the Jews are living in the hood, right? Keep going.
Cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket in thy...
My bad. It said, cursed shall we be in the field, like the soldier was just showing y'all. Back in the 1600s when we got off those slave ships, they had us in the field picking sugar cane, tobacco, cotton, and we still curse in the field now. If you go to school for, let's say, engineering, and your Caucasian counterpart, he go to school too. You can have a 4.0 in engineering. He can have a 2. He barely passed. Who you think got a better chance of getting that job? He do, right? Because you cursed in your field of study also today. The curses are always going to be upon us. Get what is it, verse 46?
Yeah. Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
It said these same curses that I'm reading you about living in the ghetto, by a single parent household, right? They're going to be upon our seed. Keep going.
And upon thy seed forever.
So these curses going to be on us for a sign forever. Now, in the last days, it said that the children of Israel are not going to know who they are. They're going to walk around and identify themselves as colors. Like your shirt is black, his shirt's black. Do we really look the color of those shirts that he got on? What color are we really? Different shades of brown, right? Just like the first man, Adam. But it said that in order for you to figure out who these people were in the last days, it said these curses are going to be on them for a sign. I want you to look at that sign behind you that says Piggly Wiggly. Piggly Wiggly is letting you know that that's what? Piggly Wiggly, the grocery store, right? That's how you can identify it. So it's saying in the last days, it's going to be a group of people walking around, like the people on this sign right here. The 12 tribes of Israel, they go about identifying themselves as the names that their oppressors have been calling them. They're not going to identify as Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, like they're supposed to. And I'm going to show you why that is. Jump down to verse 48. Watch this.
Verse 48. Therefore shall thy serve thy enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness.
So it said we're going to have to serve our enemies for hunger, thirst, and nakedness. Right now, if y'all want clothing on your back, where you go? Where you go get it from? You said where?
White man.
The white man, for sure, right? Most on Arab, they got Arab stores one for them. They don't want them too, right? They still our enemies, right? Keep going.
And in the want of all things.
It say, and in want of all things. If somebody in your family die, What you gotta have in order for you to get that insurance money to bury them? What you gotta have? A death certificate. Who's in charge of handing out death certificates? You could have seen your family members dead. They done. I don't really need to get that piece of paper to prove that they did, right? But you got to go to them to get that thing, right? And they can deny you that, right? Keep going.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So that same enemy that we got to go to for everything, he put yokes of iron on our neck, like right here. If you Google yoke of iron right now, only our people is going to come up. No Caucasian is going to come up with a yoke of iron on our neck. We're reading the Holy Bible, showing that we are the children of Israel that had yokes of iron on our neck. But keep going. Let's see when the yokes came up.
Verse 48, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
So the yokes of iron on our neck until when?
Until he have destroyed thee.
So let's say the yokes came off and we were destroyed. Are we destroyed right now? We standing here physically, so we're not dead, right? So mentally, Hosea 4:6, I'm gonna show you that. Because we walk around right now and we don't know that we're actually brothers. We walk into each other, won't speak, bump shoulders, and ready to fight, ready to pull a strap out and shoot your brother who looks just like you. When yet, he's not the one that controls the policies that can tell you to go inside your house at a certain time, or if you got your pants hanging low, which you shouldn't do that, but I can write you a ticket now and I can have a reason to pull you over and try to arrest you, right? I don't control laws that do that, but watch this, keep going.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6.
This is how we destroy it.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
It says God's chosen people, the people that's on this sign right here, they're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. But what's the knowledge that you think we're destroyed from? What you think the knowledge is? I know y'all know, so I'm not going to ask y'all. What you think it is, big bro?
Our history.
Say it again?
Our history.
Our history? That's, yeah, for sure. That's one part. What you say?
The laws.
You say what?
The laws.
The laws? You must be studying or something. Where you get that answer from?
Yeah, man.
Oh, praise. Hey, you're absolutely correct. Get that in Malachi 2. Hey, you're absolutely correct. We walk around lawless. For instance, y'all married? That's your girl, though. How long y'all been together?
4 years.
4 years. It'd be highly disrespectful for another man to walk up and try to holler at her, right? But yet, with no laws, it's really okay to do that, right? Because we're lawless. But according to God, I see you, I see Christ in you, you my brother. I'm not supposed to try to holler at her. She's my sister, right? Y'all got kids to go? Not yet? All praise to the Lord. But I'm going to get that next. But watch this. Not Micah, Malachi 2:7. Malachi 2:7. To show them, because he said we destroy for a lack of knowledge. So we got to see what the knowledge is and whose job it is to teach us knowledge in these last days.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 2 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
So priests, right? Right now it's talking about the Levitical priesthood. They were the preachers, so to speak, in those days. We don't have a Levitical priesthood now. Now we got pastors. We got about 50 churches where I'm coming from on each block, right? But they're the worst side of town, right? We got all these churches, but yet crime is right here outside the door of the church. Why aren't they fixing the churches? Because they don't have this right here. Keep going.
And they should seek the law at his mouth.
Like the brother just said, the law, right?
For he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts.
Right, these pastors are supposed to be teaching us the laws of God, right? But y'all say y'all been together 4 years, right? So I'm gonna give you the law, right? This is what's gonna change our whole community. When I read Exodus 22 and 16, when I read this law, this one law can fix the whole community. No more single parent household, no more preteen pregnancies, because we've been teaching our kids this law right here from youth up, right? So watch this.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
And if a man entice a maid.
So if a man goes out and say entice a maid, meaning go out and spit game to a woman, right? You got a girlfriend? So you done enticed the maid, right? Keep going.
That is not betrothed.
She's not engaged. She wasn't somebody else's woman. You found her single, you're single, you hollered at her, read.
And lay with her.
And do what?
And lay with her.
You smashed the woman, right? Have sex, right? Hey, what's going on, big bro? How old are you, man? 23, man, y'all young, man. I know. Hey, all praises. But I want you to hear this too, man, because you got a girlfriend, you dealing with a woman. So listen to this. Read it again from the top. I want you to think about this, big bro. All these single-parent households that we got around the community, what you think we need to do to fix that? To stop the single-parent household? Because a lot of us come from broken families, right? Me, myself, I come from a single mother, right? She raised me, my brothers and sisters and all that, right? So watch this. This is what's going to fix that. Read what you got.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22 and verse 16. And if a man entice a maid.
So a man like yourself, young man, go out and see a woman that he likes, spit game to her.
that is not betrothed and lie with her.
And do what?
And lie with her.
Have sex with that woman.
He shall surely endow her to be his wife.
You got to do what?
Shall surely endow her to be his wife.
So it says if we got women that we dealing with, we got to make that woman our wife, right? And according to the Bible, at 20 years of age, you become a man. That's when you're legally able to get married, right? But if you're not financially able, like for instance, let's say you living with your mom, them still, you know what I'm saying? You're not really ready to jump out there and take care of no woman. So you shouldn't be having the sexual acts, right? But Hebrews 13:4, real quick, and then we're going to jump to some of these laws. But you look like you had a question when you was walking up. What you finna say? You ain't had no question? Okay, all praise to the Lord. Not really? Good. What you say? Good. What about you? You said you watch that? Oh man, I ain't know that before I come up. So all praise for that thing. But hey, stay away from them churches. But watch this. Hebrews 13:4.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
Oh, I'm sorry, sis. I didn't even see you standing right there. Do you go to church?
Yes, I do.
What day of the week you go to church on?
Wednesday and Sundays.
Wednesday and Sunday. Right. Now my question is, why do we go to church on Sunday? Just think about the name of that Sunday. This is the day that we worship the sun. When you do the research on Sunday worship. But why do we go to church on Sunday? You know? You say because it's what? It is the first day of the week. I got a dictionary in that backpack, and I'll read the definition. It's gonna say the first day of the week. If you pull out a calendar on your phone, the week is gonna begin with Sunday and it's gonna end with Saturday. Now, the fourth commandment says, remember the Sabbath day and keep that day holy. When is the Sabbath day?
Sunday.
You say Sunday. What you say? Sis?
Saturday.
You say Saturday. All praise.
We on camera?
What you say? No,
Ain't nothing to be ashamed
he put the camera on me. What you say though? When is the Sabbath day?
Saturday.
The brother right here say Saturday. All praise. You say the seventh day for sure. What you say though? Saturday. So why do we go to church on Sunday? You're right, that's when we raised. But I'm gonna show you. First get Acts 5:29 first, and then we're gonna get to Daniel 7:25. The Bible has all the answers. There's no need for me to close this book and get up here and shuck and jive and say some smooth words. I can do that, but that ain't gonna get us nowhere as a people, right? We're trying to evolve and get out the hood and out the ghetto, because Christ is on his way back to destroy this place. And we don't want y'all to get destroyed, right? We want y'all to win, right? We want to win too. I ain't saying we saved, but we trying to get there. But watch this, Acts 5:29.
Okay. This is the book of Acts, chapter 5 and verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than man.
So it says this is the apostles. They walk with Christ. They said we should be obeying God rather than man. So the fourth commandment say, remember the Sabbath day and keep that day holy. That's today. But Daniel 7:25, real quick, just to show you who changed that day and that it was already prophesied that it was going to happen. Because if you think about the 10 commandments, the fourth says remember the Sabbath day. It don't just say keep the Sabbath day, it say remember the Sabbath day. Why you think he had to put remember off in the 10 commandments? What you think was going to happen for him to put remember? He knew it was going to change in the last days. So watch this, Daniel 7:25. Watch this.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
So somebody was going to come in the last days and rule the world, and he's going to speak great words against God. He'll say things like, this is a Christian society. We'll even have the Bible in court, but yet we'll legalize homosexuality. So he's speaking against God. Keep going.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
It say he wore out the saints of the Most High. We are the saints when you read Psalms 50 and verse 5. But he wore us out in slavery. He wearing us out now. We got to work 2 and 3 jobs just to make ends meet, right? So watch this. Keep going.
And think to change times and laws.
But this same guy that we got to go to for the want need of everything, he's going to do what?
Change times and laws.
He woke up one day and said, you know what? I like the way the sun is in this part of the season when I wake up, but yet the time is changing. So you know what? I'm gonna change the time from 11 o'clock back down to 12 o'clock. I'm gonna change time.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.